Hey everybody, this is Big J with Anderson Mountain View Farms. We have got Shiff with the big hair out there.
Hi.
Now, Shiff's going to be our lovely tour guide through this stack of lumber. Pretty lady always makes anything look good, even these rough sawn boards here. Now, as you can see, these boards here, these are come from a mill that a friend of mine has. We have been milling out a lot of these boards. He has a nice mill, and there's a neighbor up the road who had recently cleared a big patch for a home, and so there's a huge big stack of logs we've been going through. Some of these will be used for firewood, and obviously these they got milled out. And so, having done this before, this is a much larger project than what I've done in the past. They have turned out good so far. You're going to have some that are a little bit better than others, and you'll notice that we've got two different stacks here. I've got one for shorter boards, one for generally longer boards. We still have a pretty substantial amount to mill out up there, and I posted some of those things up on Facebook so you can see how large the stack of logs were. One nice thing up about the North Georgia area is that we have a lot of access to some good white oak and some good red oak. And you can see here, as far as the stack itself, zoom in the best I can, we've probably got about 3 layers here. And we've got these big boulders, rocks underneath it to get everything off the ground. And as you can see over there by Shiff, these are definitely off the ground. That's the key with drying these boards out. Got to get them off the ground. And also you can see what Shiff's got in her hand, basically just called stickers. Some of them are longer than others underneath there, but I try to make them at least 3/4 inch or an inch thick. That way you'll get some good, some really good drying out of it. I've done some before. I had them in a little shed, and I had a little fan going to it. So in case that did keep it more covered. So however, it's a pretty substantial amount, and I don't have a big drying barn. But we get a lot of high wind off the mountain during the year, and so I think it will do good. Now we do brush off each one of these boards as we're going through it. And as you can see here, we've definitely got some nice grain pattern here. So really some really beautiful wood. And of course, the advantage of the bandsaw versus the chainsaw mill is that you don't take near as much off at a time, and you can tend to make your boards a little bit smoother and not waste near as much wood, obviously. And you're going to have some pot shots in there, different stuff, but overall we're definitely very pleased with it. So you can see here again that we've got it way off the ground here, some of these big stones. Got these stickers generally about 18 to 24 inches apart. Now the wood here is of different thicknesses depending on the different projects that we'll probably end up doing. So I like to do a lot with like maybe 1 1/4, 1 1/2, or say an inch once it's planed down. Good thick wood tends to be more durable. Some of them are much, say some 2 inches in there if we're going to do any kind of really nice tabletop, something like that. You don't have to quite have it that thick, but sometimes some really big thick ones, depending on the type of table you're doing, are nice. So, or any kind of mantle pieces. But yeah, this is basically what we got going on here. I'll put a big tarp over all of this stuff. Probably maybe once we get it all milled out, I may end up putting several pieces of tin. So we'll just see what we need to do, but we should get enough wind off the mountain to let these dry out. Air dry, you can expect about, I've seen in the past, about 1 inch. Takes about a year, give or take. So some of these big boards might take a little bit longer, but so it's going to take a while for all this to dry out. But it is some definitely really nice boards. We've got some very nice, I've got some nice wide ones also, and they're really heavy. This oak is extremely heavy. And so that kind of helps weigh the whole thing down. And I'll probably put some big rocks or some big boulders on the top of it. So anyway, we glad you could join us today. AndersonMountainViewFarms.com. Our next episode will be busting out our log splitter, which is a lot better than the axe, especially some of the gnarly wood here with the hickory and other stuff. So like us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we'll see you next time. Say bye, Shiff.